Cataphysics is a branch of philosophy, meaning that it is not inherently restricted by power scaling. It was coined by the German philosopher Gottfried Leibniz in 1714 and is derived from two Greek words, kata, meaning against, and physis, meaning nature. This approach is founded upon rejecting the notion that physical reality is the only truth. It holds that the laws of physics are neither absolute nor immutable, but merely approximations that humans or entities may alter through their own will. The universe, from this perspective, is open and deterministic. In power scaling, this concept represents the pinnacle of rebellion against and transcendence over nature and logic at their very roots, to the extent that it cannot be altered or compared even to the deepest origins, standing against physics itself and against logic in its most precise formulations. For this scale to reach its utmost mathematical extent and scaling, advanced set theory, exponential functions, and bijections are required, allowing one to attain the maximal iterative bound of all possible things in order to define the minimum threshold of true infinity, omega. When this is combined with Reinhardt and Berkeley cardinal functions, and one takes the limit of their sequences, one ultimately arrives at the greatest and most complete entity in existence, the ultimate true form, wholeness, axiom. This represents an extremely elevated state of being that surpasses high-end, true infinity, transcends the universal set hypothesis, and exceeds the axiom, to the point that it embodies high-end omnipotence, or absolute power comics. From here, one reaches what is known as the Icarus set, regarded as the purest essence of cataphysics. Beyond it, it becomes intellectually and mathematically impossible to conceive of anything further, as one has crossed the entirety of the conceptual event horizon itself. Even Georg Cantor stated that transfinite arithmetic lies beyond the limits of human comprehension and intelligence, and is not truly subject to the ordinary concept of mathematics. To connect this to the purely scientific work of researcher Christopher O'Neill, the comprehensive meaning of cataphysics here is to adopt a holistic methodology that unifies mathematics, quantum mechanics, and grand unification theory by studying the relationships between Lagrange's curves, torus knots, and prime numbers, which prevent standing waves and cause the electromagnetic field to become quantized on the surface of a torus according to Maxwell's equations. This study further extends to multiple set theory, binary coefficients, and Pascal's triangle, which expresses the dimensions of higher dimensional geometric structures, such as the tesseract, the 24 and the 288 cell, all of which are taken to represent the standard model of matter particles. Ultimately, these wave patterns transform into Chladni patterns, acoustic figures generated by vibrations, which are based upon the same mathematics employed by Erwin Schrödinger in his famous equation describing the electronic orbitals of atoms. Thus, one may imagine that a cataphysical entity in power scaling does not merely break conventional physics. Rather, it governs this entire mathematical, quantum, and fractal framework, from the transfinite all the way to quantum mechanics and higher dimensional geometry, melding them all within the crucible of its absolute will, which exists beyond any logical classification. So yeah, his hacks: 1. Physics transcendence. 2. Anti-physics manipulation. 3. Law manipulation for logic manipulation. 5. Reality warping. 6. Probability manipulation. 7. Mathematical manipulation. 8. Infinity manipulation. 9. Transfinite manipulation. 10. Concept manipulation. 11. Quantum manipulation. 12. Spatial temporal manipulation. 13. Higher dimensional manipulation. 14. Metaphysics manipulation. 15. Pataphysics manipulation. 16. Omnipotence. 17. Absolute change. 18. Absolute transcendence. 19. Absolute nothingness manipulation. 20. Boundary transcendence.